Hello and welcome. This is Alicia of the Shard and Sign Shack coming to you live from Chardon, Ohio. I can't get my, let's see. Okay, now I got it normal size, better. I don't know why last couple times when I've gone live, I get this big, like everything's big and zoomed in, which is great when you're down crafting, but not so great when all you see is my face in the screen. So anyhow, as you're hopping on, please say hello and welcome. I'm gonna see if I'm trying something different today to see if I can see comments up on my secondary device, and no, that's not gonna work. Well, doggone it. I thought I would be able to see comments if I did that. Okay, well, that's just the way it is. So anyhow, as you're hopping on, please say hello and welcome. Again, I'm Alicia of the Shard and Sign Shack. We're going to do a couple of gifts that you could throw together pretty easily. Won't take too much time, that kind of thing. Some nice things to pass along. As you're hopping on, if you wouldn't mind doing this, sprinkling, that means a lot to me. It helps April grow. Who is the stencil smith. Doggone it, I thought that would really work if I did it on my, well, okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay, anyhow, please say hello and welcome. See, there's 12 comments and I can't see any of the comments. You know what? 1 minute, let me go grab my dad's phone again. This is gonna be, I don't know what is the deal with this. Okay, I'm back. Let me see if I can use my dad's. I had to use it last time. Let me see if I can use that because I'm not seeing any comments at all, which is going to make for a long live. If I did it on let me silence his. Okay, now I can see comments. Awesome. Okay, I don't know what is going on. So anyhow, as you're hopping on, please say hello. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up with the comments with this. If I don't, yeah, I don't know why. I'm sorry. So anyhow, hopefully I can see the comments coming up on there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not, but I hope I can. Anyhow, as you're hopping on, all I'm seeing is so-and-so joined or is watching. I'm not seeing any comments at all. So it's going to be like I'm talking to myself for the most part, I guess. Okay, so anyhow, this is the stencils. These are the stencils we're doing today. It's going to be they're minis, 9207 and 5544. And still not, I'm not even seeing comments on my dad's phone. Let me see, there's 20 comments. There we go. Okay, I see you now, Sherry. That doesn't mean, Sherry just asked me, Lois said Facebook is having trouble. I'm glad you guys can see me, but just know I may not be able to comment because something weird is going on. I can't even see unless I refresh comments on my dad's phone. So if someone wants to comment after Sherry Crumbcaker, maybe I can see that comment. But anyhow, the giveaway today for sprinkling, which is this, we really, really appreciate it, is a fun one since Thanksgiving is going to be on Thursday. It's super late this year, but I thought this would be a really cute giveaway. Get your fat pants ready. So who's ready for Thanksgiving? All those pies and all that good stuff. See, I see the last comment I see is Sherry's. So April's on. Okay, let me swipe out and try it again. It's going to be one of those days, guys. So I apologize. But like I said, I may not be able to see comments. But anyhow, so I will try to swipe in and out every once in a while, but I'll mainly be stenciling. So this is Get Your Fat Pants Ready. This is stencil number 4521, and this is the extra small. This would look cute on a sweatshirt. This would look really cute on an apron. How cute would that be on an apron? And all you have to do is sprinkle, and make sure you write sprinkle in the comments. April can see them. I cannot. Yeah, even my dad's comments aren't updating, so I'm not sure what's going on. But let's get started because there's nothing I can do about that right now. I can't even see them on my phone, which usually I can. So those are the two minis that are on sale today, 9207-5544. And I didn't put the sizes because these ones they're like the 5.5 inches, but they're like 4 inches by 5.5 inches. So there's a whole bunch of them in the pack. And if you saw them on the little thing I did beforehand that April did, the mock-up poster of all the minis, there's a lot that are on sale today. So not only can you get them in the mini size, you can get them in the bigger size. I believe most minis go up to like 11.25 inches. So I'm going to try and see. I know I can't see them on here. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just finally figured out after 6 months how to do my thumbnails, which thumbnails are the pictures. After a live video post, there's a picture of, say today we're doing these gifts. There'll be a picture of that at the beginning of the video. So that helps me when somebody asks, oh, did you ever do this? So when I go to find the video, it's very helpful to find it. And I finally figured out after a deep dive into Google how to do that. And it was, oh, I cannot believe I can't see these comments. Well, I'm just going to have to start and say, oh, well, hopefully April can see comments. So I see Maggie, Judy. Like if I go out and refresh it, it'll load the last comments, but I'm not seeing any comments. So anyhow, they're both the well, these are like 4 inches by 5.5. And then there's a whole bunch of those. And then the wine ones, they are the true 5.5 inches. So they're really cute. Like this elf runs on wine, time to get blitzen. Stuff like that. I'm going to start with the ornaments real quick, or tags for your gifts. Now you could do this, you could definitely do this on cardboard if you want. Oh, before I forget, they're on sale today and tomorrow for 20% off. If you use my code SIGNSHACK, SIGNSHACK, you can save an additional 15%. They're on sale for 20% off, so that's 35% off. Now I'm starting to break out in a sweat because I'm like, I can't see comments, and it's very frustrating when things don't go right. But I'm just going to go on with it, and I guess just talk to myself like I usually do. Jeff, if you happen to be watching, would you mind bringing my water out when you get a chance? I don't know if Jeff's watching or not. So I'm going to start, I have these tags. So I've got these from Craft Deals. They're like, how big are they? They're like 6 inches long. Oh, I should angle it down. There we go. Let's angle it down. And I'm just going to swipe away that because I can't see any comments anyhow. My goodness. Do the right end. Be helpful. So they're 6 inches long, and they're about 3.5 inches wide. They're a real nice thickness that you can actually, it's not standing very well, but you can stand them up. You can kind of prop them up if you want on like in a tiered tray. They look good in a tiered tray. But these I'm making to attach to gifts. So I'm making one of my grandsons each one. I've pre-painted ahead of time. This is Fort York Red by Fusion Mineral. And this is, this green is Park Bench Green by Fusion Mineral. Two of my favorite. They're really good Christmas. Oh, let me get my glue gun. I forgot. Let me grab that. I've only had all these hours to get ready, and where's my battery? So I don't need my glue gun just yet, but I will in a little bit. So I am going to start with just getting a little bit of white paint, and I'm going to stencil these little tags. So these I attach these to gifts, and then to like one of their gifts, and I put their name and the year on the back of it. And Jeff did hear me. Here he comes. I can't see comments for some reason. I don't know. So
you want my phone?
I don't know if it'll work on your phone. It won't work on Dad's. To like one of their gifts, and I put their name and the year on the back. Wait a minute. Let me see if it works on yours. Jeff did hear me. Here he comes. Okay. I don't think comments are going to work on yours either. It's the same thing. Can somebody comment? Well, hello, Bronwyn. No, I'm not seeing comments. Here you go, honey. Thank you. I don't know what the deal is. So it's just going to be one of those days. Well, now I'm seeing a couple comments. I see Cindy. I don't know if that's old or new, but hello. So we're going to do, so anyhow, these, and I meant to wrap a present ahead of time. And I actually ended up doing, we were cleaning our sump pumps out because they were smelling really bad. So I get distracted by that. But what I do is when I get these, I tie, I'll show you, I'll tie the ribbon through it so they can hang it on the tree. But then I also attach it to the gift. And it looks really cute and it goes on the gift. And then it's something they can have every year. So the ho, 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 I'll start with that. I'm going to get just some plain old casement out here. Now, see, I'm sure people have commented, and the last comment I see is Cindy. Well, you guys talk amongst yourself. You guys have nice conversations. I know I go back and see them. Everybody's so nice to each other. And let me turn off the heat here because I'm starting to, like, just roast. Ooh, I think I turned it up. What I did. Okay, well, hopefully I didn't gas myself out of here. I'm starting to sweat really bad now because I'm getting all nervous. I'm sorry about that, guys. Drop that one in white paint. Okay, so I am going to get my stencil brush, and I'm probably going to use my 3/8 inch. Ooh, I'm almost out of shock towels. Okay. And I fold them in quarters. That's what I like to offload into, or onto, I guess you should say. And these will just be real simple, easy peasy. So I'm just lining this up. I've just painted like one coat of red on there, and I've given it a light sanding. I like to use, if I don't want any distressed look, I like to use garbage bags or the paper, that brown paper that comes in Amazon. It's like the finest of craft paper, or the finest of sandpaper. It's really, really nice. So I'm just lining that up there, and I'm going to tape it up here. And you can, since these are the same thickness, put a tag down here, and you can also tape it right down there. I'm trying to see if I can see. You see this comment? I'm not seeing any comments. Oh, okay, so it's not just me. Okay. Well, I thought maybe it was something with me. It's like you figure one thing out and another thing happens. So I'm just going to go. I'm so sorry that this is going to be one of those malfunctioning days. I don't want to see another video. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing. So I get a little bit of this white up here. You can see it's not my entire brush, and this is the 3/8 brush. So this is the second smallest, the 1/4 inch is the smallest. And that's perfect for this. I've offloaded onto my shop towel. You want a very dry brush, and that's almost not dry enough. You can tell when you set it down. I did have somebody that texted me this week, and they were having problems. They said no matter what they did, they were having problems with their bleeding. And I still think even these brushes are the best brushes that I have ever used. I stand by that all day long. And I know, even though I can't see the comments, that you guys do too, especially the ones who have tried them. But you have to have a dry brush. If you do not have a dry brush, what makes this brush so different is that it goes on, it's very dense, and it goes on almost like a sponge. A real nice, it doesn't have any of those, like some of the brushes you'll have like swirling marks in them from like the natural bristles and stuff. And these are it goes on, it's just a very dense, nice brush. So again, I just get a little bit of paint in that. So you can see where it's wet. You can totally see it. And then I offload really good onto my shop towel. And that is my preference. Like if you're offloading onto a paper plate, for instance, you're not going to get it offloaded really good because it's slick. It's not going to absorb it. So I'm going to do a second coat here because it's going to need 2 coats. White generally does. Of course, it depends on what look you're going for. So I saw a couple people say, I know Becca is having, of Be Painting with Becca, she is having, one of my last comments I can see is that she shut her page off. I know she was having problems with her business suite. I could get mine open. Today I spent the day uploading all my thumbnails and hopefully closed captions to my previous lives, but I don't know. I know the thumbnails worked. I don't know whether it makes you crazy when they change things and they don't even tell you how to fix what they've changed. It's just like you got to guess. So there's the Ho Ho Ho, which is super cute. Look how cute that is. And then I'm not going to use the same one. So I can go like this, and I can add this one. So this one is going to be for Brody, my middle grandson. And then this one, which just cracks me up, is going to be for my 15-year-old grandson, Liam, who is a he's a sweetheart, but he's just, smile, Liam, and, I mean, he still humors me holding my sign for the going back to school picture and all that stuff, but he's just, a teenager, like, smile, ooh. And he has a pretty smile, but he just will not use it. They're so funny when they get to be about that age. And I'm just swirling that in there, and I'm offloading. You offload every single time. And I'm going to do all these ahead of time, and then I was going to do something to this Ho Ho Ho, a little special, and then we're going to move on to the wine stuff. Well, no, I have one more. I want to show you like an easy card holder to make. Now, you could make these tags like out of cardboard or anything like that, It doesn't have to be out of this wood. But like I said, I usually make my grandkids one every single year. And I think I might have got this over super far. I did. I didn't center this one well, but that's okay. It's only paint. Now, if this was for a customer, I wouldn't. But my grandson will never, although they do stencil with me a lot. Even my 15-year-old, he'll still stencil with me every once in a while. But the 9-year-old, he loves it. He loves to paint. He likes everything about it. Okay, so this is as merry as I get, just like that. And like I said, I got this over. I didn't center it good. You can see where the T, I got it over. I should have shifted it over just a little bit further. So I'm gonna put that one there. And then this is for Finn, because he is a stinker. And I'm gonna make sure it's centered this time. The elf made me do it. And these are all from the set 9207, and these are, they say they're the 4-inch. So these are the 4-inch. I guess I could have put that on my board. But when you look online, they're listed like 4 by 5 or something like that. Do you guys make, well, I can't see. Here I am asking questions. Thank you for pre-sprinkling, Sherry. I don't know how long ago you said that, but I'm going to refresh again. And I am just going to offload again. So it sounds like Facebook is an issue for a lot of people today, not just me. I know I've seen it happen to other creators, but it's never usually been on a day that I've had to go live. I've lucked out when something like this has happened. Like, I've been having problems for a while being able to see my comments on my secondary device, but I can't even see them on my phone, so that's not good. I can see them on my dad's phone, but I have to keep, like, refreshing it. When I refresh it, because, see, I can see there's 117 comments. So, I'm just not seeing them. And I'm just swirling this in here just like so. And I'm going to hit it with the dryer, which you can dry, as I've told you before. You can dry with your stencil on it. Just make sure you move it around and don't like bear down on it like that or anything like that, because you will melt it. But you are able to dry over them. But if you prefer and you're nervous about it, just lift it up. But I dry over them all the time. I used to lift them because I was very nervous about it, but now I don't. So my kids, my grandkids, not my kids, they started Thanksgiving break today. I know, I hope Bronwyn's here. I think I did see a comment from her when I refreshed. She's on break. I don't know if your grandkids are on. Now, this would be something fun you could do with your grandkids too, or your kids, and make presents for people. Okay, so we've got the elf made me do it. Super, super cute. And on the ho, 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 I have a baggie here somewhere. Here it is. I'm going to put my brush in a baggie. So when you're not using it, do put it in a baggie and do, you know what? Maybe I'll do the back. So I'll show you like one of them. I'm going to use, so what I do to personalize them, this one is not on sale, but this is a good set to have. This is number 8652, and this is the 1.5 inch, like the skinny letters. And what I do is I make a template, so of my grandkids' names and the year. So like this one is going to be for Finn, and it's easier. I didn't cut them ahead of time. And the template helps you know where to place it and where to start. I know they'll say, like, you know, you can start in the center letter, and where in this instance it would be between the I and the N, but that has never worked for me because like the F and the I are really skinny and the two N's are fat. So when I do that, I've always messed up. So what I do is I just start, and I'm going to get a little bit of, again, before I even set it down. Whoops, I got it upside down. See, I can't see comments. If I mess something up right now, I won't be able to see that I've messed it up. Usually I have somebody telling me, you've got it upside down or something like that. But so if you're joining me late, I cannot see comments. I have to keep refreshing, which I really don't have time to keep doing because I'm trying to do the project. But it makes me sad because that's part of the fun. So like I've got Finn 2024. So I would just start and I would place my F, which is right there, on it. And then I just kind of go from there. But that's how I do my lettering. So I'm going to do F. And I'm just going to do one coat. And then I'm going to do the I. And I'm not going to place it back. I've done this enough, but if you want, you can kind of place it back over the F. But usually what I do is I've got the F, and I just kind of take the next letter and I go off of it. I line it up and I just shift it over like so. And I'm holding this down with my hands. You can tape it down. I always recommend taping it if you're not comfortable with just holding it there. And just remember, if you mess it up, you can wipe it off with like a wet wipe. Hey, buddy. My grandkids just came. The middle one is spending the night. Hi, buddy. Do you want to say hi? No? No. It was so cute when he was little. He would come and say hi. He got a big kick out of that. So again, I'm taking my letter and I'm just lining it up with that I, and I'm just shifting it over just a titch. I'm going to get a little bit more, I'm getting a little bit more paint every time and swirling it off. Finn's looking at me like, who am I talking to? He doesn't realize that I'm talking to you. So lift it up. And you can see how that's turning out nice and straight, even doing it upside down. So I'm going to take the N and I'm just going to kind of line it up and shift it over. Just like so. And that looks good, I think. Sometimes it's hard to see through the paint and you can wipe it off in between. Hey, buddy. So we have Finn. See how nice and straight that turned out? And if you want, you can also draw like a chalk line or something like that to keep it straight. And then I would take the, I want to see where the 2024, kind of just looking. And I'm going to place the 2 about right there-ish. And so I'll do the 2024. I'm just going to show you this one. I won't show you all of them, but just to give you an idea how nice you can personalize things. It's hard to believe it's almost 2025, right? And you do need to dry these real quick before you set your letters down again, because it will get on the back of your stencil and then you will end up with a mess. You'll be dragging paint, like when you line it up, you'll be dragging paint across is what will happen. Hey. I'm live. Okay. And there's 20. And I texted her that before she left the house, but she obviously didn't read my text. You can tell how important my texts are, right? So 20. And then the 2. And sometimes, see how the paint gets there? Sometimes you can't see behind it. So I do have a microfiber cloth. I'll show you a real quick way because I'm going to use the 2 again. But you would just wipe it off with your microfiber cloth so you could see through it again, because it's much easier on placement if you can see through it again. And then I make sure I wipe the back of it and the front so it's dry and there's not like any remaining wet paint being drug across. So I'm just going to kind of line that up there. A 2, another 2. And there's other fonts. I like the typewriter font. I did look at that one, but I think I would have had to go sideways with the names on that one. But I thought this one looked fun. So again, you want to just give it a quick, just like so. And then the 4, and you see how I'm just lining that up with the other, and I'm just bringing it over, and you can see through the stencil enough that you can line it up pretty good. And if you're doing craft shows, this is something you could even do to personalize little ornaments if you have them pre-made. So we've got Finn 2024, so he'll know forever that Grandma made that for him in 2024. And then I'm going to put your brush in a baggie with a wet cloth. And I'll just show you on this 0 back here if you're new. I use my Stencil Smith liner brushes. I really like the 0 for closing bridges. And I just tap a little bit off. And then this is what you would consider the bridge, where right there where it would fall out. And I just kind of feather it in there. So there we go. And you filled in your bridge. And white is harder to cover than other colors. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I've got water over here. Okay, I was like, I forgot my water too. Okay, so that's one of them I did. I'm going to personalize the others. And the same thing, if you make these templates, it really, really helps ahead of time with placement. So we've got that one. And the ho, 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 I thought it would be cute. So I have these bells that I've had for a long time. And I don't know where I got them at. Might have got them on Amazon. They came in a thing. And I kind of mushed this thing on the back where you would put ribbon through. Oh, I got to turn my... I need to get a little E6000 too. So if you're joining late and you have not sprinkled, while I'm waiting for that to heat up, this is the giveaway today in honor of Thanksgiving on Thursday. Get your fat pants ready, which is so cute. Let me see if I can go out and see some lives, or not some lives, some comments. Love them all. But this is a really cute giveaway. The stencils that I'm using today are on sale, but the letters, these letters are not. But if you use my code, the letters are, these are the 1.5 inch. They're the 8652s. They come in one sheet and they're 1.5 inch. So if you use my code, you'll still save 15% on anything that's not on sale. While we're waiting for that to heat up, I think what I'll do while I'm waiting for that to heat up is I'm going to bring my little bag up here. Now these are little burlap bags I've gotten off of Amazon. I'll try to find the link. I've had these for quite a while, but they're perfect for like gift cards and stuff like that. So they're 7 by 5. Of course, they're bigger than what a gift card is going to be, but they might make a nice little container. But you can, this is another one from the set, do not open until December 25th. You can put that right on your little burlap bag. And let me get my tape here. And I'm going to tape it down. And I think I'll do black and red and green. So I'm going to do a little bit of this red. And I think I'll do a little bit of this park bench, and that's probably going to come out in a big blob. I got to get, my friend Judy told me to get the little little like dressing containers and put some in it, and then you can just seal it up. Because that's the one thing about Fusion paint. You do get a lot, but the containers can be a pain. Like that came out a lot more than what I wanted. So we've got that, and let me get a little bit of black. Ooh, this black. I forgot that one is broke. Last live I got black all over me. So let's just get this, a little bit of this black out here. This is my huge, huge Fusion Mineral Black. It's called Coal. You can get it in the big one. It's a lot cheaper when you buy it like that, but I use so much of it. I like to buy that big one. So I'm gonna get another 3/8 inch, and I'm gonna get in the black here. And I should have, let's see if this will fit. Okay, this is just a container of wet ones here. I'm just gonna slip it down in there. You should put something in between. If you don't, you could bleed through to the other side, so you don't wanna do that. These could also be cute. My sister has used these, and I think this size to put silverware in over like a placemat, and put silverware in, and you just cinch it up, and you know, the ends, like the knife, the fork, and everything sticks out. My sister had her sawdust dogs, and that's a really cute idea too. But this is a cute, quick way to make a little bag for a gift cards. You know, you could use any of them. And I think I'll do these in black. The December in green, maybe. We're supposed to get some snow, which I'm not thrilled about, on, it's supposed to start Thanksgiving, and then going into, and I'm gonna do a coat of, I think, green. And again, I'm offloading. You always want to make sure you offload really nicely. I should have got a bigger brush for that one, but I didn't. I meant to grab a 3/8 inch, and I grabbed a 1/4 inch. This will work. What's nice about these little brushes is it allows you to get in these small, tight little places without getting into your other letters. Like, I didn't get any green at all up here. I believe I didn't get any down here. And I should put them in here. And let me get another one. That's the size I wanted, the 3/8. And again, just offload real nicely. I don't know if I think we'll just do those stars in red down here. Oops. That's a little bit of a cushy, that wet wipe thing is a little cushy down there that I'm pushing into. It's not real firm. Something like a piece of cardboard would be better. It's just what I happen to have on hand at the moment. Okay, so let's do one more coat of each. And by the time you go back up, they're pretty much dry. You know, by the time you get back down to the last one. If you're unsure if they're dry, you can give them a little dry with your heat gun. Blow dryer works fine. I really invested in that really big heat gun because the, I forget what it's called, but it's the invisible ink that burns stuff. I can't remember the name of it. You guys probably can think of it. It's in my refrigerator. I couldn't get my heat gun or anything warm enough to get it to turn. So I got a hotter heat gun, and I do like this heat gun. The only thing is, if I'm not careful, sometimes it's got this silver tip on the end. And boy, if you touch that by accident, you know it. So let's do that, and we'll do December in green. Just like so. And then we'll do one more coat in the red. And you could do it all in black. You don't have to switch it up like that at all. And then by the time I'm done with this, then we'll go back and we'll put, I hope that was the, oh, yeah, that was the red, okay. I didn't know, for a minute it looked like I'd grab the green. I do that sometimes. Do you ever do that? You dip your paint, your brush in the wrong color? That's always frustrating. I've been known to do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so look how cute that is. So that would make a really nice, and any of them would. They're the perfect size, but that would make such a cute little gift card bag. Or, like I said, you could put your silverware. My sister has done that, like just to give you an example with my scissors, like they kind of stick out up here, and she cinches them like that. It looks real pretty, and she puts them on placemats. And she has like the knife, the fork, and the spoon. My sister Heather makes a beautiful, beautiful table setting. She is very, very Martha Stewart like that. She's really good at it. Much better than I am. I'm more of a kind of like all over the place kind of person, but that turned out cute. So back to these here, like we personalized the one. And like I said, I'll get some ribbon here, but I wanted to show you, I probably should put the ribbon on this one before I put the bells on. But this is just a little bit, I got this at Hobby Lobby. Actually, Heather got this at Hobby Lobby and left it here. But it was like 50% off, but it's a really pretty, it's 7/8 inch, and it's wired ribbon. So you would like just cinch it in half, and bring it through there and just give it a little tie up here where it would hang on the tree if that's what you're going for, to hang it like an ornament on the tree, just like that. And just that little ribbon makes it look really pretty. And then on this ho ho ho, I thought it would be super cute. Now that I've got that, and I'll do a little bit of E6000 first. And I do this because maybe I'll do a little bit of E6000 first. Maybe not. Oh, this stuff's a bear. Okay, I'm not going to do any E6000. I like to do that because it's like a permanent glue. But like I said, I mushed the back of these bells in. And I may, if they come off, I may have to go back and put E6000. Now, hot glue does hold it like right away, but E6000 holds it, which I know it's winter, but lots of people store their stuff in the attic. Although my daughter will store hers in the basement, so that stays cool. But the E6000 doesn't come off in the heat. So see how cute that is? And it jingles. I like that a lot. So that's my one idea with the ho ho ho. I'm gonna refresh here and see. Your pliers, yeah, that would be another drawer. I'd have to go out, but I thought that was really cute. And so we could add ribbon to all of these. You could add, you know, we've got some different, I think I might have got this at Walmart. You could add these kind of ribbons, any kind of ribbon you wanted. I've got some black ribbon here. But I'm going to set these aside. Ribbonless with the one with the ribbon. If we have a couple minutes, we'll go back and do the ribbon. but I want to do the wine ones. But like I said, you could, this is a really nice ornament to make. You can personalize them on the back, and you don't even have to do it with stencils. You could do it, you know, in a marker, like a pretty silver marker or something like that. I think I might splatter some paint on this as well. So I'm going to set these aside here real quick, and we're going to do the wine stuff. Okay, so, and the other ones that I had, there's more, but the other ones, oh, I didn't grab my one. I don't know if you saw on my page or on the Paint and Share group, but I made this one I'm sending to my son. This is in that set, Pa La 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 La, and I'm sending that to my son. I meant to grab it and bring it out here, but I did not. So that's in the set, and this Happy Holidays. How pretty is that? So I'm going to set those aside, but that's part of the set. And there's another one I don't have, I think. Okay, so we'll set these aside. I'm going to turn my glue gun off. And I got these wine bags on Amazon. They're burlap. Look how pretty. Look how pretty that one is, the color of that. They're really pretty. They weren't very expensive, and I'll link the wine bags. Those are recent, so I know I could find those. So again, I'm going to need to put something in the middle there. Let me get a piece of cardboard here because that is not working really well. Give me just a minute. My dad drinks Folgers. I'll just cut one of these off here. Because you need cardboard the right size. And this way I can stick the cardboard in the bag, hopefully, because you don't want to go through to the other side, okay? So these are wine bags, and I thought this one would be cute. So these are the ones that I had in this set. I have Good Tidings of Comfort and Wine. And this is the set that's number 5544, and they're the 5.5 inch. He Sees You When You're Drinking, Let's Get Lit, Tis the Season to Be Tipsy. Oh, I've got more. This Elf Runs on Wine, and Time to Get Blitzened. So these would be really cute to make for gifts, for hostess gifts, anything like that. I was thinking for this one, I wanted to do, it's such a pretty color. I wanted to do this Good Tidings of Comfort and Wine on this one. And so let me get some tape here. And again, you want to tape it, and I've got the cardboard between it. And I think that's where, because I'm going to add some borders. I might, just going to order that. And that, or yeah, okay. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I was trying to figure out my borders there. And I need to get another piece of tape because I don't know what happened to my other one. Okay, so I'm going to do white on this. Excuse me, I had to get a drink there. I still can't see any comments. Go back and refresh. Maybe I can see a couple. Usually if I get, yes, all these minis are on sale, so it's a great, Sherry, I did see that. So all the minis in the set 9207 and 5544, they are all on sale. So it's a great time to stock up on them. And if you even want a couple different sizes, they're all 20% off, and you're saving an additional 15% with my code SignShack. So they're all going to be 35% off. Now the letters I used are not on sale. And the borders I'm using are not on sale, but sometimes I like to add some embellishments. Now let me get my white brush. And this would also make a great, my sister and I, Heather, we used to make pumpkin rolls every year. We'd make like 50 of them, and we'd split them, and we had a ball doing it when she still lived here. And these would make great. We used to, well, when I say we, she sewed us up little cloth bags and Christmas material to put the pumpkin rolls in. But these would make beautiful if you do anything like that as gifts, like pumpkin rolls or anything like that. These would be perfect for pumpkin rolls. And I had pulled, like you could put this Grateful and Blessed. That would be pretty on it. You know, something fall for it. So they're not just wine bags, but you could do other things for them. I mean, that's what they're sold as, wine bags. I'm going to move that one over there because I'm afraid that I'm going to get paint all over it. So I'm going to offload my brush again. And this is going to take a couple coats, I can tell already. Well, white usually does take a couple coats, but this might take 3, possibly. But always make sure to put something in between it so you don't end up stenciling through. I wish I could, oh, maybe I could see the comments that way. I don't know. This is driving me crazy about not seeing the comments. So there, especially today, not being able to see the comments. And April said she was, I saw at the very beginning when I refreshed, she said she was having to go out and in to see all the comments. If there's something I didn't answer today, make sure to message me, or if April didn't answer, what I'll do is when we pull the giveaway at the end, I will refresh my feed a couple times to make sure I see who gets pulled. Now, to be entered in the giveaway, all you have to do is sprinkle, which means to do this, and write sprinkled in the comments, and April will add you to the giveaway. Yeah, this is the first time I've never been able to see comments. Oh, Kimberly's not seeing comments. See? Some people are saying they're not seeing comments either, so I don't know. I don't even know what way my comments are going. And I'm just giving it a quick dry. I know I'm going to need one more coat. I might need 3 on this. This fabric is really absorbing it. It's really, really absorbing it. I got a big string of hot glue there. It's a good thing those are so easy to get off because you get them everywhere when you're hot gluing. It's always a good day when I use my hot glue gun and I don't burn the tips of my fingers. That's always really, really nice. I know they have little hot glue things, but I've never bought any. They say if you're a crafter, you know how to hide a murder because you know how to burn fingerprints off with a hot glue gun. I think that's how that meme goes, something like that. Now I'm going to take a little peek and see what we got going on here. Ooh, it needs another coat. Yeah, this is really, really... Maybe, perhaps, because it's such a dark color. I'm going to start humming. Apparently, I hum a lot. which I didn't realize. You know how you do things and you're not aware of them until somebody points out that you do? It's like, oh, okay. I was not aware until a couple years ago that I hummed all the time. Jeff says that means I'm happy. I'm like, oh. But I mean, how can you not be happy, right? Especially when you're crafting. That just makes me super happy. It's such a great stress reliever, I think. And the white might have covered better if I'd done like a gray maybe first. I'm not sure. Like based it with a gray. But I just don't know if it's just because this fabric is just sucking it up. This burlap. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. So we've got good tidings of comfort and wine. And you could just leave it like that. But I was thinking, because I love my borders, and this is one of my probably most well-loved borders. This is number 9203, and it's the medium. And I'm going to put a row of, you going to give me a hug? This is a row of the trees down here. Bye, buddy. I'll see you later. I love you too. That's Finn. Okay. A lot of you have seen Finn before. He used to like to get up and say hi, but I guess he's outgrown that. So I'm kind of like centering it between the bottom, and I'm also centering it so it's kind of equal on both ends. If you can see, like I don't want a whole tree and then half a snowflake going off. I want it to kind of be equal on both ends. And I will tape that down. I love these borders. Do you guys have these borders? I can't see the comments, so I'm not sure. Oh, I'm almost out of my white. And this white I'm using today is casement. Now, if you're stenciling on fabric that's going to be washed a lot, you're going to want to use fabric paint or a fabric medium. I use Deco Arts So Soft fabric paint, which I really like. And you don't have to heat set it. But something like this, nobody's going to be washing like the wine bag. I don't imagine they are anyhow. And you could wrap this all the way around the bag if you wanted. You know how you go over the sides, you could wrap the border all the way around. And I'm gonna probably have to give this 3 coats too, so. I'm hoping everybody's got their turkey out of the freezer. I saw one of my friends post the other night, like, you gotta have your turkey out of the freezer or it's too late. I had a post the other day about like what everybody liked. Ooh.
Heather Watson.
That was my sister calling my dad. So Heather, if you're watching, Dad is laying down. And I'm using Dad's phone as, oh, I can see comments now, I think. I see people saying loving borders sprinkled, so maybe we're fixed. But I love, love, love these borders. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think that's dark enough. So we have the one layer of the real pretty little Christmas and snowflakes down there. And then I want to do just a simple snowflakes up at the top. And I'm trying to put it, this is where it's going to cinch up, so I'm trying to put it like halfway between there and here-ish. And again, I'm trying to line the snowflakes up so I'm trying to line the snowflakes up so they are equal on the ends, if that makes sense. If I start usually with a pattern that's shorter than the piece I'm working on, I usually start in the middle and work outward both ways. Usually that makes it even. So let's offload this. I have lots of stuff I have to get done, like orders and stuff before Christmas. And I got to get some done because I got to get them shipped out. I know a lot of you have done craft shows in the last couple weeks. I hope those went well. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of it. But these definitely could be gifts that you could do really quick, really easy. And the best thing about it is, like, there's no sanding or like prep work. Even with the tags, the ones that I get from Craft Deals, I can just sand them real quickly, lightly with my Gator, I think it's called, sander. So look how cute that is. So good tidings of comfort and wine. And then you'd put your little bottle of wine in there and it cinches up. So see how it's kind of like halfway, even though it looked like it was further down. Oh, I'm still not seeing. I thought I was seeing comments there for a minute, but nope. I got all excited. Okay, so we've got one done. And like I said, you could bring that all the way around and you could put the borders on the back too. That would look really cute. I'm going to pull this one out and we're going to do another bag here. And this one, what did I want to do? Let's see. What? Oh, that's the one I wanted to do. Huh? So this one I want to do, he sees you when you're drinking, and I am going to bring that down a little bit because I'm going to put my little Santas on it. I put trees. Well, okay, so I'm going to tape this one down. And all these minis are on sale. The border that I used is not on sale, and the letters that I used is not on sale. This is the smallest size, the 5.5 inch ones. And then it goes as big as the, I think the biggest size is the 11.25 inch. So they're pretty big. They can be pretty big. If you have not sprinkled yet, please sprinkle. This is going to be the giveaway today. Get your fat pants ready. Would look great on a, excuse me, an apron or a sweatshirt. 4521. I feel like I want to make this one on a sweatshirt for Thanksgiving. Okay, so I am going to offload that. And again, it's my black paint. And this will just take 2 coats. And you might try, if you get these bags, a coat of gray might make that white pop on it a little better. Like if you based a gray and then put white on it, just because it's so dark. But the black on the burlap, that covers really well. These would be fun gifts, like if you know, like if you're a hairdresser, you know, if they like wine or something like that. Your friends, a lot of people, I don't drink wine. I mean, I like wine. I don't drink really. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think these would make such cute gifts. Okay, and I'll just give it a quick little dry there. Would the borders fit on the Jenga blocks? Let me see, Maggie. I don't know if that's an old comment or a new, but depending, like, these ones, some of them would. So like the trees would, the little reindeer would, the snowflakes would. So some of them would, yeah, definitely. I think the only one that wouldn't fit would be the Mary and then the sweater pattern at the bottom. And those are, we did like Jenga block ornaments about a month ago. Those were really fun. We went to a clam bake on Sunday, and I think it was my sister-in-law who had the big Jenga game, and she bought the blocks were huge. And Finn and I played quite a few hands of it. And we had a lot of fun playing it. It was very loud when it fell, though, because they were very, very big blocks. I kept telling him, because he'd put his hand on the pile and then pull it out, and I'd tell him, you can't cheat, Finn. He'd be like, how? Why? How? He wanted to know how he was cheating. Just because you're so cute, I'm not going to let you cheat. But he is cute. Okay, we're just swirling this up here. It seems so quiet in here now that I don't have my fan running. Like I have that going all summer because it's so hot out here. I'm actually really hot today. It's just on one bar too. I got very nervous when I couldn't see the comments. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Let me take a peek. Okay, he sees you when you're drinking. How cute is that? And then again, this border. Let me take a look at it. I want to see if I want to put, I think I want to put it at the top. Okay, I'm going to angle it. Let's see. And this is the same border set. I think I'm going to angle it kind of like so, and I only want to go that far. I just want to do one set of the Santas. And I think that's going to look good. Let me take a peek here. She's kind of centered. I think I'm going to take one more deer. Right there and kind of angle that deer. Right there. I'm going to angle him kind of down-ish. How cute is that? So he sees you when you're drinking. I shouldn't have added that extra deer. I should have left it right there. I think it would have been better. And then I think down here, I'm going to put a little row of the Christmas trees. And again, I'm going to line it up just so. And I'm going to do those in green. I'm going to do just a little pop of color in it. Just going to offload. And if I don't like it, like if I don't like the green, I can go back over it in black. May not look good with that little pop of color, I'm not sure. But, so see how cute that is? Do you think it should be green or black? I don't even know if I can see your comments. I definitely would not have added the extra reindeer. Let me see if I can go out and see your comments again. Goodness. It's taking me to the stencil smith. Okay. You need one, glasses on the bottom. That would be cute. You like the extra deer. Karen likes the extra deer. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm loving the green down here, but like I said, if you do something like that and you don't like it, you could go over it in black. You know what I mean? It kind of looks off in the green. You like the green, Sherry? Okay, Sherry says she likes the green, so we're gonna leave the green. Less work for me. So that's, believe it or not, that's all I have for you today. I wanted to get those all. I had one more thing I was going to do, but I think it's too late. I was going to put, I was going to try and do some pot holders, which I don't know where the pot holders are. They're right here. I'm going to show you. I got these at Walmart, but these would be cute with one of those as well as gifts. And you could add a little bit of, you know, like the ho-ho-ho, so you could add some Santas on it, snowflakes, the same thing. It would be really cute. But I am not going to do that today. But I did get those. You can get those anywhere. You can get them at like the Dollar Tree, anywhere, just plain red. So we got this and this for the wine bags. We did these little ornaments here, which I still have to put some hangers on the other ones. I added some bells to that one. I should have personalized this one before, so now I have to personalize it with the bells on. We personalized, so that's for Finn, so they can always remember. I use the skinny letters for those. And then also you can put them on little bags to make little gift bags. And they'd be cute to even like fill up with like candy, like Hershey Kisses, stuff like that. You know, the Christmas mix and stuff like that. That would be cute too. Stick it in their stocking or something. But that's all I have today. And I'm gonna flip you up here, and I want to show you a couple of other things like that's in the theme of this. Now make sure, if you have not sprinkled, make sure to do it, and make sure to put sprinkle in the comments. I will refresh this feed right before, because again, I'm still not seeing, after I refresh it, I see about 2 or 3 comments, and then we'll pull the winner. But I did have some, and I kind of put them together. Oh, the giveaway is this. If you're just joining, get your fat pants ready. So that'll be fun, but make sure you write sprinkled in the comments. So I'm just going to show you some. These 2 are from the same set. Now, none of these are on sale, but you can add them to your order, and you would be able to save 15% with my code SIGNCHECK on any of the rest of them, as well as like the border or the letters. So these are from set number 9205, and it's Hello Cozy Season and Nice List Dropout. Now that one just cracks me up. I love the funny ones. They just speak to my heart. So Nice List Dropout and Welcome Comfy Season. Set that there. And then we have, I think this one is all by itself, the number. Are they the same numbers? No, these are from the same set. So these are 8483. And it's Dear Santa, It's a Long Story, which I think I did this for Finn maybe last year. You can tell a recurring theme with Finn, and Bah Humbug. So those two, and these are all the same size, those 5.5 inch, but they're like 4 inches across. So they fit really nicely on these wooden tags. Little Mariah there, 4737. You'll be hearing this the rest of your day. All I Want for Christmas Is You. I'm sure that's all that's been popping up in your reels. Because as soon as, you know, Halloween's over, it's like Mariah and her All I Want for Christmas Is You. I Want to Behave, but there are so many other options. This is number 5149. And that's a bunch of minis there, but that's super cute for little guys. One of my favorite movies, of course, 5522. This is Every Time a Bell Rings, an Angel Gets His Wings, which would be cute with some little tied-on bells. And then, you know, you could like wrap twine and some bells on it. That would be super cute. This would be cute with a bullseye. You'll shoot your eye out. And fun fact, here in Cleveland, I think it's in Cleveland Heights, we have the Christmas Story house here. I haven't been to it. Believe it or not, I've only seen the Christmas Story one time. 5522, and it's 5.5 inches. That's from the same set. 5583, I Saw That Santa. I love this. This is one of my favorite things to do. Number 7066, I'm Eating Junk and Watching Rubbish. And then this is a very pretty one. 7151, December 25th. And of course, on the theme of the wine, this is not in that wine set. I don't think it is, because I think these are 9207. I think. Yeah, this is like another set, 9208, Drink, Drank, Drunk. Kind of like play on the Grinch. And then just some other cute ones. Dear Santa, I Regret Nothing. 8519, this is the extra small. That's another one that would look cute on a t-shirt for your little guy. That would be cute on a little shirt for Finn. Dear Santa, Leave Presents, Take Brother. Adorable, and I love how the handwriting, you know, it looks like a kid wrote it. And that's number, I don't know. I'm not seeing the number on that. I don't know why, but if you Google that, if you put that in the search, Dear Santa, Leave Presents, Take Brother, it'll be there. Sometimes I just can't see them. And then I didn't show you these, I don't think, last time. Remember those borders, the little sets that I had been using? I used them on the Jenga blocks. I didn't have these two sets. And these are two I've gotten since. Look at the angels on that. Is that not gorgeous? And the little pine limbs, and the star, doves, the bells. Those are really, really cute. And these are little things too. You could always trace these, cut it out of cardboard, paint it up, and you could add little things hanging from your ribbon. That kind of thing. That's a fun thing to do. And then this one, which I almost picked as the giveaway today, but I thought in honor of Thanksgiving I would do the get the fat pants ready. But this is the last one I'm going to show you. Dear Santa, if you met my family, you would understand, which I think is just super cute. Which would make another great sweatshirt. 8586, and this is the 8-inch, and I think that the 8-inch would work perfect on a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. So that's all I have to show you today. And I hope everybody has sprinkled. I'm going to have to go out and go back in so I can see comments. So April, you can choose. I don't know what's going to happen if this continues. The border stencils, Dominica, I may have to go in and out again, is number 9735. And this is the small, but they have like 6 of them, I think. I've got all of them. I love them. They have little gingerbreads, little mittens. They're just adorable. So it landed on Bronwyn Iserman. So not only is Bronwyn on vacation, she won. I can't believe that popped up. Thank you, Judy. Now I'm seeing comments. I probably have to go out again. So I appreciate everybody joining me. I'm sorry it was frustrating. So Bronwyn, you are the winner. And congratulations. I wish everybody could win. And I'll see you next Tuesday with another live. Have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy whatever you do. See you next week. Bye-bye.